as well.
Yeah, it's gonna take a year or two for us to recalibrate the terms now. It's a worldwide tournament, MSC.
It is, but recalibration comes through the drafting phase now. Presented by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Still the same bands, but now a few changes as they want to respect that chip. Now, will they let that Hellcurt go? Or will it be the Masha that slips to the hands of Geek Fam?
That's a very good question, because is it Lo Yi, Masha, Hellcurt? Either of those three are first pickable for Geek. So it's the Hellcurt. Actually, no, Masha not that first pickable. Just pick up the Lo Yi.
Yeah, Lo Yi. I think it's basically the same thing as game number 1, right? For Evos Glory on the red side as well. I think the changes that they need to make is don't go for that deny pick on the Ruby. Go deny the Masha. Okay,
that's better than denying the Ruby.
Yeah,
I like it.
Okay, that's great. Let's see how Fluffy plays on it, or is this a Dream Space? It should be XP with the changes to the Masha, but that has only given Geek Fam ways to now utilize that flex pick of the Ruby, right? The Fredrin's still going to go to the hands of Geek Fam, and now that Ruby will go into the second phase to confuse Evos Glory. That's been one of the ways that they've been able to outdraft a lot of their opponents in the playoffs.
Talking about trading power picks, but it feels like now they're switching the power picks. For Kwakun, it was Lo Yi. You know, he was a virtuoso with this Lo Yi, and now it's kind of a swap because the Masha falls in the hands of Evos. Yet to be decided who will play it though. So how does this draft shape into the second phase later on? You also have that Dream Special, the Tigreal, so this is rounding up pretty well for Evos.
I like that they went for one of the two power picks of Dreams. It's either the Minotaur or the Tigreal, which he really shines with. Again, coming from the Philippines, I would have preferred the Minotaur, but I understand the Tig. I've seen Dreams play the Tigreal, and it's going to be a great pickup. Good ban on the Valentina by Geek Fam. It would have been a great pickup for Evos right now, but there's still a lot of mages open. Good ban on the Edith too. So I was thinking if it wasn't the Edith and the Ruby, this could have been an Edith and a Fredrin for Geek Fam, because that would have been really annoying to go up against, so it was a good ban by Evos.
So somehow similar as per game 1, but in Anti-Mage's word himself, he stated that Dreams is the best Tigreal in MPL. #1 Tigreal.
For sure, man.
So let's see here, right? Again, they left out the Biggie. We talked about the Biggie. Back room. Will it come through for Geek?
You know, the main weakness of the Diggy is pure damage, and they kind of have a lot of that right now. That's so much burst. Yeah, sure, you can get out of the implosion, but if you get bursted down, it's a done deal. In the early game as well, very easy for Evos to maybe try to look for a snowball. I think for Geek Fam, you know, something that has been left open, that was banned in game number 1, was the Kaja. We were talking about how that could actually be a way to try to deny the Masha, but now looking at Evos' draft again, man, they have that Tigreal to overlay that Masha Thunderclap. So if he does use a Divine Judgment onto the Masha, then there's going to be layers and layers of CC there. So it's more of that normal Evos Glory that we've come accustomed to throughout the playoffs.
That was an MPL ID data though. Throughout the MPL ID Season 13 playoffs, the blue side has had a higher win rate with 13 first picks and an 52% win rate. So that's a lot of win rate for the blue side. But now again, Lapu Lapu in the hands of Luke. This could be also a power pick for him because he was well known for this pick.
That's a power pick.
An Annabelle special at that.
Yeah, so iconic for Evos, and honestly, as someone who doesn't watch a lot of MPL Indonesia, I know once I saw that Alpha come up in MPL Philippines, when I saw it in other tournaments, that's Annabelle. That's an Evos playstyle.
Add more layers onto it, right? I mean, the fact that now you have a Thunderclap, you have a Tigreal with the Implosion, you have now an Alpha as well. So many layers. Geek Fam definitely a bit more difficult to pull off their composition. Meanwhile, Evos, it's kind of a mix of their game 1 and game 2. Plus, you know what he was able to do on the Lancelot? Now he's on an actual signature pick.
Yeah. I like how they added a little bit more true damage for their lineup. It would have been really great. And now, let's see, Geek Fam might actually struggle here.
The White Tigers have pulled out their fangs, but will their claws be able to scratch through the villains? Game number 3, Geek Fam against Evos Glory.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, Land of Dawn, here we go to see and witness game numero 3.
The battle for match point, ladies and gentlemen, in the depths of hell. in the lower bracket finals. One team will be eliminated, the other will claim their spot in the grand finals to face off against the gods of MPLID, the Sky Kings, Fnatic Onic. And this is the main advantage that Alpha has been able to get. That was actually countered by Fnatic Onic yesterday. When you pick up an Alpha and you're up against someone who clears faster, like the Julian that was used up by Fnatic Onic, it does put the Alpha in a tough spot. But here, it's back to the usual for Anova on the comfort pick and a comfort matchup. Against a tanky, utility, jungler in the enemy team, Anvil should be able to utilize this clear speed much better than he was able to yesterday. It's still the same, by the way, Master Assassin for Chidera on this losing matchup. So he's trying to isolate himself as much as possible. I think Chidera this game, especially, will be placed on the weak side. So for Geek Fam, they might try to go for just battles in the neutral objective, and they'll have to just leave Chidera alone.
It's going to be a constant 1v1 down bottom, so the Master Assassin is just going to help them, you know, prevail and weather the storm in those 1v1 situations. But for Annavel, he has level 4. He's clearing up pretty well. Will he be farming for most of the, you know, parts of the early game, or will he be the one to engage in the side lanes?
I think for sure right now it's all about farming. I don't think there's enough kill pressure to really threaten a Lapu Lapu with the help of the Luo Yi or even the Claude in the early game with the Purify. So it's just a battle farm right now. Both teams are taking it slow as they should, waiting for the first neutral objective to spawn.
Yeah, this next neutral objective will be the main menu for both of these teams where the fight will happen. I mean, counting down the items, they are trying to catch that power spike, but they have more prio up top in the turtle. They have 4 players close by towards this objective. I don't see an angle where Evos can contest unless they have their engagers towards the turtle.
See, those Dreams will be poked, will be chunked, forced to use the flicker early and slides out of the way. Annavel though, Alphavel might as well, has no window to enter. Ray will claim the first turtle, no problem.
Again, Geek Fam have so much prio to be able to tackle down this neutral objective. The turtle has been claimed all for themselves. Evos wasn't even given a chance. They had to trade blows though, as flicker for a flicker.
Great control, and even in the bottom lane, Chidera outlaning Brance, doing a very, very good job. Out trading, winning in that matchup. But I think for Geek Fam especially, what's really impressive is the fact that they are very, very decisive. And that's the main issue usually for Tigreal players. When the enemy team is so decisive in the engages and the pickoffs, especially with the Ruby, it's tough for you to look for an angle to go for that engage, right? I mean, you're already so low before you can even look or think about that implosion. So you might as well cancel it out. You might as well flicker backwards, play the safe route, and if Dreams constantly gets catched or caught by Baloyski like this, oh, implosion. Interesting.
No follow-up though. Oh, take a look at the recovery from the side of Geek Fam, and now Ray claims first blood in the 3rd game, and with that, they're not going to be greedy. Satisfied.
That implosion was a half-and-half stance. There wasn't a single follow-up towards Dreams, and it was just so hard for him to be able to enable that team fight because no one was there to help him.
No one, yeah. Even if he had got the shove, I don't think they would have really been able to kill Beloy, and even then they would have to use so many resources on him that I don't think it's going to be worth it anyways. But yes, that's how annoying the Ruby is up against the Tigreal if he's all up on your face, man. Like, man, get off me. And sometimes, you know, you get frustrated. Dreams definitely got frustrated there. Decides to implode on him. No! But then he gets punished for it, right? 1-0 for Geek Fam. The kill also to Ray. It's actually, I would say usually you want to give it to the gold lane, but in that situation, it's great. You want to nullify this Alpha presence by controlling the neutral objectives, and what better way than to give the jungler that kill. More gold, more tankiness to be able to withstand that Annavel Alpha damage early.
The zoning has been very good for Geek Fam, the way they control the spacing in terms of the backline and the front line, and they're able to zone out Dreams to activate his implosion, so they need a second option, they need a second plan. And that could come from Annavel with the Spear of Alpha, but he's just not finding the angles. He's playing from a flank angle, Luke jumping in.
It's gonna be rinse and repeat, and Dreams though, this time will connect to the implosion, but the damage will not come through. Dreams falls first, but Luke this time will also be the trade. Ray gets a retribution, but Baloyski, oh my goodness, a boy gets the triple kill. Bang, bang, bang! Claw looking for a trade, but the damage will not be enough to take a boy down.
It was a nail biter. Felt like Fluffy was going to carry that fight, but he ran out of health, and he just got bursted down by Geek Fam.
the same pattern all over again for Geek Fam. The fact that they were able to utilize this early game lead of the Lo Yi, that crazy burst damage of the dispersion and the rotation, and Loy constantly just being in the face of Dreams, forcing him to implode, flicker, do something, react to my play. That was brilliantly done, and Luke, he knows how to play the Masha, he knows how to go up against it.
2v1, Claw is there to assist.
Diversion.
Okay. Is there to just back away here. Diversion will not have any threats this time.
Again, so much potential. Chidera just pops blazing the wet to clear out that creep. But then again, for Geek Fam, they have a lot of options to just jump in. They also have the diversion as an extra backup to tame down Evos if they decide to counter-engage, because their counter-engages, to be honest, are pretty strong. They have the Implosion, they have the Spear of Alpha that could enable them to just turn the fight around. But when you have a diversion with 2 or 3 players coming from the backline, that is going to disrupt Evos' plan.
Massively. Now with the Hunter Strike built up from Luke as well, for Luke. The Anti-Chorus rush as well, though. Look at that for Ray. Same build path that he went for in the previous game. He goes to Athena Shield last game, right after the
Oh, flicker! I'm offended! And you say goodnight to
Diversion.
Claw. Diversion again, aggressively to the other side of the map here. Rans snips that one out and has time to escape. Dreams is there. Will he engage? Is the question. He will. Finds one. Damage will not be enough just yet, though, to burst him down. Yeah, that will be it. Still favorable trade towards the Geeks.
The big evil, the mastermind behind the villains, is able to just play so aggressively with this Ruby, a signature pick of his. And Geek Fam now, they have the ball rolling for them.
Over half HP. Now Boys with the conceal here. Fluffy with the flanks.
Fluffy.
Geek, are they aware of this? Annabelle now in the turtle pit will use the Spear Alpha to get out. And yeah, again, Geek, they know they do not have to take this swiftly, so they will take their time.
Great discipline. Amazing discipline from Geek Fam. They have a 2.5k goal lead. They are in no rush to go for these fights. It's Evo's Glory who have to push on the pace right now with their composition to look for that initiation. So once Geek Fam have used their skill rotations, they're completely fine going back towards their lanes, towards their own jungle, clearing it up back up, and waiting for the right moment. Dreams now frustrated.
Oh my goodness, again, good. Oh, but they will collapse. Alpha Bell will find the Spear Alpha and the turtle as well. A boy now low, taken out. Take a look at Clockern, looking to find survival. But no, he will fall now. Brands again looking for the kill, finds Luke. In the mid side, it's Chidera against Annabelle. Will survive both, but 4 members from Geek down and out.
The heroes vanish, the evil within them, and Geek Fam just evaporate. It's a swing for Evos. They get the kills and the turtle. This is where it can get scary for Geek Fam.
Oh my god. Oh, the damage will not be enough with the diversion. G-Key, a boy, locks Annabelle down.
A rare mistake from Annabelle, and you don't do that up against Baloy. You don't greed against the greed. Oh my goodness. Caught off guard. And the snowball that Evo's Glory would have been able to hold with that would have been massive. But now Geek Fam are the ones who are actually able to utilize that clash to gain more advantages around the map. Evos, yes, they'll still be scaling with that glass cannon build of the Masha, but so are Geek Fam. I'm going to take a look back here to the items real quick to take a look at Chidera. Third item, very, very close to being built up. That's the Golden Staff, and it's a very, very good time as well to go for it. 10 minutes should be the time where he gets it, and then he will be able to get that win in nature. Once he does, Fluffy, Brandt, it'll be a bit tough for them to chase him down, to threaten him in these team fights. And a boy as well. This time, oh, wait, Enchanted Talisman and the Divine Glaive. Wow. So he's actually just going for damage. He's going for that poke. He knows he got the triple kill early. He got that lead, and unlike Klokken, he decides, nah, I'll carry the game.
Yeah, it's that damage, that extra layer of damage. Diversion play, wanting to fish out Fluffy, but he's in the safe. He's okay. He is fine and dandy, and now a Lord fight down bottom could be the next of our agendas. But for Geek Fam, they will corral together. They have so much control. Evos, though, they're preparing themselves for this clash. It could be very scary because Geek Fam, timers, they have all the ultimates ready. Their spells are also on the go. So it's just down to how these two teams fight.
Take it slow. I think that's number one for Geek Fam, right? Evos Glory, they are behind, but it's still very, very scary. That AoE, that team fighting presence, the layering of CC can still turn the game around. Fluffy BOD, that's a big power spike now for him to go up against a boy and Jadera. Diversion to the bottom lane.
Oh, Evos Glory, they're definitely feeling the heat. Oh, and Brands will be the casualty. Evos Glory will be down without a marksman. Now Ray will look for a potential engage. Voloisky opening up the bush perhaps in that mid. Spots Fluffy and Annabelle. And Geek, take a look at this. Does not rush on towards the Lord though. They will now. Dreams will be spotted and Geek will have the Lord.
The hunter becomes the hunted. And Geek Fam are the ones claiming everything. Diversion. It's not gonna be much of a threat because they still have that extra turret to shield them from the terrors of the villains.
Amazing plays, man, from Geek Fam. That macro prowess of theirs, understanding where to rotate. Finding the mistakes of Brands as well, who overextended, definitely, right? A little bit of a miscalculation for Brands that was punished instantly. These small little victories for Geek Fam, they are able to find these angles that are absolutely ridiculous. No hesitation whatsoever in all the engages. Despite Evos being able to win out in that one turtle fight, they still stay calm, and Dreams again getting scouted. Beloit!
And defended early, on towards Dreams, forced to use the flicker early. Annabelle though, taunted, caught by four members. Brave Spider by Luke, cancelled, but a boy will deal damage, and that will be the trade. They got Luke in for Annabelle.
Wow, Luke is just jumping forward. He's not scared enough to die. And the Lord now will march towards tier 1 turret. This could be very scary for Evos.
Dreams, no flicker, will be taken down. Top turret though, will try to be saved. Fluffy finds an amazing trade. Takes a boy down with him.
That's how annoying the Masha is, right? I mean, hey, that was a Geek Fam win. That shouldn't have been a kill traded in for Evos at all. Fluffy taps one button, scratches, and a boy is gone. So still, you need to put in the respect, and I think for the most part, Geek Fam, their discipline has been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And we did also have this discussion behind the scenes. How do Geek Fam take down Evos Glory? These pickoffs are number one. When you're up against a Tigreal, number one way to beat it, you gotta pick it up. You gotta try to be in the face of that Tigreal, force him to use the implosion either on that one member or get caught anyways, right? So Dreams, very, very hard time right now getting scouted in. Most of the success that Evos Glory have been able to find with the Tigreal is when the Tigreal is the re-engager. They wait for another person to distract, and he comes in through the shadows with the conceal to find that pickoff. And I think also, man, Geek Fam, the way that they've been able to counter the Masha hasn't been through their picks. It has been through the way that they play the game. They constantly just walk the Masha down. If you can't engage first, we do it.
See, Voloisky though, in a tough situation. Oh my goodness, good cancel, good delay. Fluffy will not find the kill. Annabelle on the backside doing work as well. Evos Glory, they know that they will not have enough resource and that they just go back away.
Both teams playing ping pong, and it's just so hard for Dreams to find the engage. The spotters of Geek Fam, they're able to just scout him out, and he's not having a good time. Not once did we see, you know, a game-changing implosion yet from Dreams.
And I think there's a very, very big difference here now. If we talk a little bit about the Masha, on the hands of Fluffy to the hands of Luke, because he's going for the second BOD without getting the Malefic Roar. Why Luke's Masha was so prevalent in these games, was so relevant even in the 14th minute of the game, is because he can one-shot, he can threaten the frontliners with the Malefic Roar. He's going BOD. He's only going to threaten the backline, and the thing is, Geek Fam have always been able to scout him. These frontliners have been taking the issue onto Fluffy. They've been standing in front of Fluffy, forcing those HP bars down. So if Geek Fam continue that way, of opening up the map, of staying in front of Fluffy, he's not going to be able to utilize the early two BODs that he'll be able to get here to go for the backliners. He's incredibly squishy. Remember, he has 3 HP bars, but these tanks, like Ruby and Fredrin, they can deplete that 3 HP bars quick.
Oh my god. It's looking very bleak for the heroes as the villain run rampant in the land of dawn. But we do see them having that glimmer of hope. As always, they are Evos. Hashtag 7 to lower bracket finals. Surely this is easy, but Dreams!
Again, that's info. No flicker for Dreams means no threat of that flicker implosion. Now Evos Glory, they're desperate, looking for an angle looking for that small window to perhaps find an effective angle. Now Annabelle, the position towards the top side of the map though. Geek fam still with 5 in that Lord Pit. Again, they're taking their time though. Risky flickers out of the way. Fluffy secures it. This might be the window that they need. Fluffy backs away. Evos Glory, they reposition. Look, with the bravest fighter, but Retribution again finds the mark. Evos Glory, they need to be satisfied with taking down 2.
Light in the end of the tunnel for Evos, but Geek are able to even it out, even win it out by getting the Lord in the hands of Retribution. It is so odd to see Dreams just flickering defensively because he was just zoned out in that fight. So that was a fight without the clutch implosion.
And that was a fight that Evos played really well, but Geek fam played a bit better. Ray, this man has been doubted so many times, including by me, myself. Oh, what?
Oh my Lord, Claw. Be aware, my guy. Good night now, top side, vulnerable. Evos Glory will let that go. Fluffy Dreams, Brands and Annabelle. Will they be able to defend this one? A boy Ray with the offense. Oh, Fluffy soaks in a lot of damage. A boy though, half HP. Dreams looking for a cover. Oh, Fluffy survives. Evos stands with 4, and with that, Geek will take the top turret down.
They hold their fortress down, but a second wave is coming towards that inner base turret. Will they be able to hold this?
Seems like the mid will be. Yeah, they will sacrifice that mid turret as well, and that will be it, right? 5,000 gold lead, Geek fam. No objectives on the board for now.
So disciplined, Geek fam. They're so happy with these picks, and they understand the calculation of their skill rotation so well, man. That diversion was beautiful, by the way. He used it towards the upper part of the map, outside of the map, so Claw couldn't see it. Yeah, he needs to be more aware of those situations for sure, but even then, it's so tough, it's so unexpected. Yeah. Claw was definitely expecting, all right, they're somewhere in the bottom lane, they want to clear these waves, but yeah, once you see an enemy team with a low E disappear from the map, run. That's what you need to do, run. Don't stay in front, especially when you're a Vexana. And let's take a look at the items once again. Luke with just a Hunter Strike, full defensive items. And a boy, that Winter Truncheon, the way that he was able to bait the Thunderclap in, Winter in, and there you go, another attempt.
Again, spots Fluffy. Oh, take a look at the HP bar melts, but take a look at their recovery. Now Evos Glory, they might have a chance, but the bounce just shut the dream down. Annabelle falls as well. That's a straight 1-3 for 0. And that might be it. Evos Glory, they might have to throw in the towel as only Brands and Claw. Can they make the defense? Will they have enough firepower is the question. Geek, 2 lanes, jumping in, and Claw will be the target, and that will be all. Brands taken out rid of nature. Will be all for naught. Ladies and gentlemen, Maloyski made a deal with the devil, and now he is at match point.
The villains once again terrorizing the heroes.